Good morning, everybody. Happy Motivation Monday. This is Nick Murillo, Trainer Nick, checking in with you guys. I am home in California right now. For the quote of the week this week, we have, keep your fears to yourself, but share your courage with others, right? And that's kind of the idea. You don't want to bring other people down, right? We want to pick other people up. It's that keep positive thoughts in the air. As those positive thoughts are so powerful. The mind is really how you're going to push yourself through a lot of adversity. So love that quote this week. This week, kind of cool as well as we're getting started here. I have trainer Loren on the line with us here. I'm going to be going to Hawaii for a couple weeks here. So you guys, there's going to be the next few trainings I won't be on. So trainer Loren is going to step in for me, do a couple trainings with you. She's one of our Medicare trainers. So it just makes sense as well since we have Medicare right around the corner. We have open enrollment starting there in about 3 weeks. So Loren, you want to say hi real fast?
Hi guys. So this is Trainer Loren.
She's gonna be taking over for me. So stoked for that. Stoked for you guys. I'm sure at least one of those will be a little bit of Medicare training and everything. So awesome, Loren. Happy to have you, girl.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. All right. So this week, guys, we are going to go over the tips of the week, some of our sales shout outs. We are going to do sales statistics to help you sell smarter. So there was actually a bunch of statistics that were put together on this sheet, and I kind of went through them and put them together and kind of how we can use those and use really the numbers from our customers and analytics to drive how we are presented our sales, right? So just different ways to help us there, and I'll throw some stuff out for you there, and then a quick survey at the end. All right, so first tip of the week, this Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 in the afternoon Pacific, we have HII. We're going to have their Aspen short term, so we're going to do a training for HII there. We're going to have Annette Dalkey there with us doing it, so stoked for that. Hopefully you guys will be there. There's already a bunch of people signed up for that one. So if you need to get signed up, hit up the training email box or give us a call. We can definitely get that going for you guys. Already a ton of people in that one. So looking forward to that. That's going to be this Thursday. And then just continuing, especially with Loren on the line with us here, her and her team, we're doing some trainings on Medicare. We're kind of in the 201 now, right? Because we're really getting ramped up here. We're, again, only 3 weeks away from open enrollment here for our Medicare sales. So couple trainings left here. If you've already been following along, great. Those are going to be at 1:30 Eastern, 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. That'll be Thursday as well. So be looking out for those as well if you're kind of interested in the Medicare space. So for the sales leaders last week, short term was NatGen and UHC about 50-50 this week, actually. The supplement game was really pretty heavily in NatGen's favor. And then dental was about a 50-50 split between UHC and NatGen, a little heavy in Golden Rule though there. For short term, Bill Cox, Jacob Gordon, and Blake Bowman, so great job there, guys. We had Limited Med, we had Aaron Ellison and Michael Winston. And then Accident, Don Trotter and Alan Katarski, so great job there, guys. Continue pushing, obviously everyone's preparing for open enrollment, but there's still plenty of sales out there right now to make in those weeks leading up to it. So, don't sleep on that, but make sure that the prospects that we're missing, that we're kind of turning those into opportunities to take a swing at open enrollment here, right? Awesome. So with that, we're kind of going to get started in the sales statistics to help you guys be better salespeople, right? And stuff that you want to know, kind of how the market views us, right? So one of my first slides that I got here, I just want to throw a fun little one at you. And this is professions that the market or the consumers consider trustworthy, right? And you go all the way down there to the bottom and you see salesperson down. I mean, pretty much the only people worse than a salesperson is a politician, lobbyist, or a car salesman, right? I mean, those are the only people that people don't trust more than us, right? And so knowing that statistic and understanding that statistic is really, you understand the huge problem there that we're up against, right? And so how do we build trust, right? And that's a big thing with our customers and our consumers. And one of the biggest hurdles and tricks that we have in our industry that brokers are faced with is, how do you make somebody trust you that clearly by the market inherently does not trust you, right? So just wanted to show you guys that one. That was a fun little statistic there. I'm going to have a lot more to throw out at you, things just to make you think a little bit and get us going with that. But that's a fun one. How do we build that trust, right, guys? So this next group, these are going to be some statistics around prospecting, right? So the first one here, more than 40% of salespeople say that prospecting is the most challenging part of the sales process, all right? The most challenging, more than closing, which is at 36, more than qualifying at 22, right? So if you find prospecting to be the most difficult part of your job, don't worry, guys, you're not alone, right? HubSpot research found that 72% of companies with less than 50 new opportunities per month did not achieve their revenue goals, okay? And then only 15% with 51 to 100 new ops, and then only 4% of companies with 101 to 200 new ops. So guys, pretty much a 96% success rate on your revenue goals if you're getting over 100 new opportunities, right? And the opportunities are meaningful conversations with your customers, right? An opportunity is not the person that you said hello to and they hung up on you. That's not an opportunity. An opportunity is getting past that. The opportunity is finding a way to have a meaningful conversation, right? An opportunity is not a guaranteed sale. It is a meaningful conversation about what you do, about health insurance, right? And so finding ways to make sure that your business is generating over 100 of those a month and getting creative with that, right? But if you're doing that, pretty much going to be hitting your revenue goals. That's pretty awesome, right? And then lastly, guys, this one's very big. So often in this industry, I see people, they're talking to the wrong customer, and you knew this was the wrong customer, but you're beating your head against a wall trying to get this sale because you're desperate for the sale, and you know this isn't the customer you should be wasting your time with, right? At least 50% of your prospects are not a good fit for what you sell. That's facts, guys. That's reality here, okay? You guys have to, it is just as important to learn when to break up with the customer, all right? And it is okay to break up with a customer, okay? As a good salesperson, you are just as busy as your customer, right? And so to be able to recognize what are the good fits, what are the bad fits, and when it's a bad fit, don't pour all your time into it, right? Time is all you got to make money. And if you can see that you need to be making 100 good opportunities each month, don't waste your time on the bad ones, right? So some good stuff there with prospecting. Now we're going to jump into talk time here. This is going to be, according to Gong's analysis of over 500,000 discovery calls with a client, okay? And so there's clear relationships here between the questions asked and what you do on that discovery call here, right? So the first one is asking between 11 and 14 questions during the discovery call yields the highest close success rate, with actually about a 75% success rate there. So 3 and 4 good conversations or good opportunities are successful if you as a salesperson is asking somewhere in that 11 to 14 question range, no more, no less, right? In that range. Questions about prospects' pain points are closely tied to closed deals. Calls that uncovered between 3 and 4 pain points saw over 80% success rate. That's huge, guys. So that's how do you just have a conversation with your client, but in that conversation you uncover their pain. What do they not like? How has health insurance hurt them? What has health insurance done to you? And how can I make it better? And finding 3 or 4 pain points saw an over 80% success rate. That's huge, guys. And having that conversation and those meaningful conversations with our clients. And then the use of collaborative words had a positive impact on the calls. Those using we instead of I, just that simple one alone increased success rates by 35%. Simple little tricks there, guys, right? So use collaborative words, the we, the inclusive words with the client, right? You're here with them. You're holding their hand together. It's not a I, you, it's we together. 35% success rate. And then this is just fun, free extra piece for you guys here. Look at this. This is talk time versus listen time. And they judge this just by, taking the sound clips. You take a 5-minute phone call, right? And you just say, this is the customer's voice period. This is our rep's voice period. So the top reps are finding a way to ask the right questions while still guiding the call, right? And a lot of times they say, you got to make the customer talk more. You have to talk less, right? You see, it's not as drastic as you would think, but you are making them talk more than 50% of the time. And that's the game, right? And then you see how quickly the average and the bottom reps, those numbers slide quickly, because those are the nerves, right? They're trying to get the sale across, the desperation. And now I'm over talking because I'm trying to get the person, because I'm not comfortable just sitting quiet and let the person talk because I'm not confident in what I've got to sell, right? Just be confident in what you have. Be confident in yourself. Slow it down. Ask the customer the right questions, and then shut up. Give them time to answer. Give them time to talk. And you can see it clearly defines the top reps there. All right, and then we're going to go into referrals here. These are statistics around referrals and how vital they are, but some weird stuff I found with them when I was looking this stuff up. 84% of buyers kick off their buying process with a referral. You hear about those top salesmen that their phone is ringing, right? They're not out there having to work as hard, having to pitch as hard anymore because their phone is ringing. 84%, over 4 in 5 people are starting off the process with a referral. So you got to make friends, guys. You got to help everybody you come in contact with in your neighborhood, in your surrounding areas, in your children's school districts, on your kids' soccer teams, on your make sure everybody knows what you do and that you are the first person they would refer to anybody else, right? Make sure that you're also doing a good job with the business they refer, because they won't refer if you don't take care of them and their people. 92% of buyers, 9 in 10 buyers trust referrals from people they know, right? You're automatic. We talked about only 3% of salespeople are trusted. 92% of referrals are trusted. This is a perfect way to break that you're already fighting against the trust of your job title as a salesperson. How do we break that? How do we build the trust and the rapport? It's right there, guys. It's referrals, right? Now, this is the interesting one that threw me off here. After a positive experience, 83% of customers would be happy to provide a referral. But then look at this. Only 29% of customers actually end up giving referrals. If 83% of happy people would give a referral and only less than 30% end up giving a referral, what's going on here? So when you dive a little bit more into the numbers, 47% of top performers ask for referrals consistently. That kind of threw me off. less than half of the top performers are asking for referrals consistently. Guys, there's a huge part of the market of people that just don't ask for referrals. I don't know if they're too proud to do it, too embarrassed to do it. And then you look at 26% of the non-top performers. Guys, people aren't asking for referrals, and the majority of people out there want to give them to you, okay? Do a good job, and then ask. What's the worst that could happen? They tell you no, right? All right, guys, and now we're going to jump into some social ones. So first thing, I'm going to use a term in these statistics called social selling. And social selling, I want you to know it's the relationship part of selling, but it's not just social media, right? It's not just LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook. It is those, but it can also be the offline ones, right? Those as you're going into your grocery store, into your Starbucks, or into BNI groups or committees and stuff like that, right? These social selling goes both ways, online and offline. So I want to preface that first. So these statistics go both of those. But 65% of salespeople who use social selling fill their pipeline, compared to only 47% of reps who do not, right? So guys, there's a gap there. If you are not one of the people using social selling, and again, that's not just social media, but it can be social media, right? But it can also be just making sure the people you're interacting with know what you do, right? 78% of salespeople that use social media to sell outperform those who do not. You can't fight the numbers there right now. There's some people just with God-given talent, and that's that 20%, right? That 20% are just the salespeople that were amazing salespeople in each generation. It's just what they can do. They don't need the technology, and they're going to still be successful. But 80% of people, if they're using social media, are outperforming their counterpart, right? Don't fight it, guys. You know, we're going here. This is where our generation's going. So whether you like it or not, it's going to be in your best interest to figure it out and learn it, right? And then almost 60% of all revenue in the hospital and healthcare industry is influenced by social selling. We are one of the largest industries where our revenue is influenced by that. It's insane, right? 60% of all revenue in this industry that we work in is influenced by social selling. So what impact are you guys leaving out there in your communities, right? And this just isn't Facebook again, right? Facebook definitely matters, right? But what are you doing in your communities as well, right? What can you help out with at City Hall? Is there events downtown, Christmas tree lighting that you can take part in? Can you help? Whatever, guys. Make your name get known out there in your community. But 60% of all revenue in this industry is influenced by social selling. So are you taking part in that? Cool. Well, that's what I got for you this week, guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you want to get in any of those trainings I talked about at the beginning, email training@ahcpsales.com. You can also call agency services at 877-228-8773. Guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful sales week. I will be in Hawaii the next couple weeks, so I'll be handing it over to Loren. You guys are in great hands. We will see you in a couple weeks, and Loren will see you next week. Take care, guys.